Right.
It's time for Stadium.
This is an interesting game. Really interesting.
Get ready for control.
Spoiler alert before we even start.
Look at that game.
This game starts out really rough. Like, really rough. But the turnaround is legendary. To the point where the enemy team is... You can feel their frustration. And there's a little bit of chat in there as well. So, look, I've built basically everything when it comes to Moira. I've tried every item, I've tried every power, various combinations.
Hold on to your hard drives, folks. The game is about to begin.
One of my least favorites is Optimal Overflow.
These teams are bringing the competition.
I don't know, something about just holding like your grasp heal and not grasping enemies is just unnatural to me. So in this game, I thought, look, why don't I use Optimal Overflow? It's technically been buffed through a bug. So Phantasm never used to have the 50% reduced duration. It just lasted the entire time. And Optimal Overflow did have a reduced duration, and now it doesn't. So it lasts for as long as a normal orb. So I've noticed on the ladder a lot of people have been running it, and I still hate it. Like, even after this game, and there'll be another game on the main channel. Even after this game, I still hate it, but I do hate it a little bit less because you'll see the absolute power of it.
Only 20 seconds left until we...
So in this game, we're against the Junker Queen and Genji. There's no point in getting the Optimal Overflow now. It is quick play, so we can get it in the next round. Phantasm is just really good against Junker Queen and Genji. It's not so good against Cassidy. It's not so good against Brig. And Kiriko, meh, whatever. So we've got Azaya, Anna, Soldier 76, and Tracer. And of course, myself on the Moira. Stick with this video, guys. Yeah, you'll see, you'll see. Right. So making our way into the midpoint. We'll see if the enemy team opts for the bounce pad. No, we hear the tick, so we know someone's close. And dive in this room, we see the Tracer, assuming that they're going to be a target. Drop off the Phantasm Orb there. It'll... And yeah, Cassidy two-shots us. Just tap, tap. Done. So it always sucks to have a start like that because you just know that you're going to be poorer than normal. So use a heal orb over to try and save the Ana, but then we're just going to grasp because if the Genji does get the Ana, we want to just make sure that we get the Genji and at least it's equalized. The team's actually doing reasonably well there. They did put a bit of pressure on them. We'll just wait the Junker Queen up. She's anti, nearly get the kill. Kiriko's going to TP. Didn't see the Junker Queen coming at us though. So fire our damage orb. This Cassidy hit a couple in a row earlier. Didn't hit them this time. So we fade back onto the point. And our team caps. It's our time to shine now. So got our eyes on the Brig at the moment. Swapping over to the Junker Queen because we realise we're not going to kill the Brig. And maybe Zaya's pretty charged up. Bit lucky to dodge the axe there. So we heal up our Ana. Always looking to bounce these orbs somewhere. Except for that one, we just fired that through the little doorway. Actually got a kill with it though. And Queen gets taken down. And our team's holding the point well. Bouncing orb around there just to hit any players. And I was thinking of laying an orb like around here because Cassidy was up there and then it was like, we'd have to jump and fade and we might not get out. So that's not a flat bounce. It's designed to go around the like cover area and hit the player, which is what it's doing now. So we just rotate because I'm anticipating they've struggled to get through the main entrance for a while. So somebody's going to flank. Got an orb there, but now we'll go join our team as Brig is pushing over onto us. There's a high noon as well. We'll take a bit of a hit. Phantasm, Junker Queen's very, very low. Brig boops us back though, and that's going to also give her healing. Junker Queen's got the axe on us. Didn't affect us though because there was too many walls in the way. And now we Phantasm and get out the Brig shield bash. However, Zaya does get taken down. We immediately follow. And enemy team's getting some time on the board. So I may have lied, like it doesn't seem to be going too badly. But yeah, we'll see. So firing an orb. You can fire it over there and it kind of bounces towards the point. If you're aiming for that center wall, it's angled, so it's quite useful like this. See how the orb bounces? It's still sticking on the Jungle Queen, so Zai goes for a grab. We're going to drop off a Phantasm orb, but the Cassidy gets us again. And so at this moment you think, Phantasm's going to be a struggle. Luckily, we already know we're going to be going optimal overflow. I knew that before this game even started, so that I was going that build. And as soon as I saw the team compositions as well, I was like, yeah, that's actually going to work perfect. Like a combination of Phantasm and then optimal overflow against Genji, Jungle Queen. And then the optimal overflow orbs long range will be able to take care of this Cassidy, who is absolutely dominating us right now.
Looks like the win was out of reach this round. The score is 0-1.
So we're not that poor for quick play though. It's not great. And we're thinking about, okay, so what items can we get with our optimal overflow? Now, the obvious best item with optimal overflow is to get alternative energy, because it's going to give you attack speed and ability power. But I'm thinking maybe if we just get more ability power, maybe if we just skip on that. So we're going to want some ability life still, because we plan to only fire damage orbs with this. Wrist wraps will give us attack speed. In case you don't know, so optimal overflow, when you burn off 50 biotic energy, it's going to fire an orb of the same type as your last fired main orb. A bit like Phantasm, but Phantasm leaves it on the floor when you fade. This is when you're healing, whether it's a player or the air, you'll fire one off. So if you've got attack speed, you're going to burn that energy quicker, so you're going to fire more orbs. It's like, okay, well, we've got that as an option. Now, we're considering, hang on a minute. It's long range. Are we even going to have enough energy to fire off the optimal overflow orbs if we don't have alternative energy? It's like, what can we actually sell? So we can get that here. Alternative energy. We've got 4k, which means we can get our ability life steal. We nearly bought the blue item, but we can be more efficient by buying the greens here. So if we max it out, we've got our ability life steal, we've got our ability power. It means we can also get a bit more attack speed, and, well, why not? Let's get ballistic buffer, because the Cassidy's been really annoying, right? So I much prefer this build. It doesn't hurt as much. Now here we're priming that energy, like nearly halfway, because it's around halfway that it's going to fire the optimal overflow orb. And what I should have done here as well is fire a damage orb in spawn, just so that the next orb I fire is a damage orb, because now we have to fire the regular orb first and then attack for the second one. If we fire the orb in spawn, it means the next orb will be damaged, otherwise it will be a healing orb. So it's a good idea to do that, because you kind of want the optimal overflow orb first, because then you can time it better. Like you can have one after the other a lot easier, because you never are quite sure how much energy you've used. So Tracer gets taken down by the Cassidy, who's annihilating everybody. Jungle Queen with a great pull. We Phantasm orb there just to create a little zone. We're trying to get some healing out and also still just fire these orbs. We're rarely grasping, but we can at the moment, because we do have, like, you know, we put out some damage, and we're not always, the orbs don't hurt that much right now. So double orb there, but it's not going to connect with anybody. We're using the surfaces as much as we can. And sometimes we predict the energy, like there I stopped healing for a second, just so that I could, because it felt like it was going to pop the orb, so we just waited. Anyway, we're pushing the enemy team back. Zaya's got good health. Jungle Queen's getting very, very low here. We've got our fade, and at any point we can leave a Phantasm orb if we're put under pressure. Briggs at the back, so we're trying to just hit that. Jungle Queen ults in. She's got basically no health. We use Coalescence here. Genji's over onto our Ana, who's basically been anti. We've got to back all the way off, though, because of the Brig. Brig anticipated that we were going to go into the room, but we didn't. So it didn't actually stun us out. And here I'm just trying to fire one last damage orb. It'll bounce back and forth between there and maybe get some value, but we didn't get it off in time. So, enemy team moving the bot. They do still have the lead. But damage orb over towards the Genji. You might deflect it. We fire it a bit higher, though. Bounce an orb at the back there. We're trying to sort of spread these out a little bit. When we've got the double orb, that's when we much prefer to just stack them as well. Enemy team with the Kiriko ult as well. We cannot get out of there. Enemy team's just running us over. It feels like our tank is not it. Like the Cassidy's doing good, but it does feel like tank isn't it. And Hitscan's left the game, not having fun by the looks of it. You get a kill with the orbs over onto the Kiriko as now a grab comes in, but basically, I mean, I guess it hits some people, but they're not in line of sight of us. It's lucky that the Junker Queen went for the Ana briefly, so it didn't matter in the grand scheme of things. And actually, Zai getting some kills here. We do have a new player. Bamali, well, whatever. New players joining the game. We'll see what hero they're going to pick. So we hear players in there, but we've got to start making our way over to the bot. Zai is there on our own. We're still going to fire the damage orbs though. Oh, Coalescence. We could move forward to put down that orb. We've got to now dodge the high noon and be on this side. It does mean that Ana's not healing our tank right now, so we have to fire a heal orb. We also have to fade. We fire another optimal overflow heal orb, but Junker Queen catches up with us. It was kind of a last ditch orb. And yeah, this is a struggle, but we're going to turn it around. Remember, quick play, first to 3. So we need to win the rest of the rounds to win this game. It's going to begin now. Guys, also, if you haven't hit the like button, please do. It really helps me out. Helps me out with the content, inspires me to release more for you guys. And also, I promise you, you will like how this video ends. I promise you that. If you don't know, I'm no. It's great. So, we've got our alternative NG. We've got our smart orbs. We pick up Nano Cola for some ability power. And now we're probably thinking, look, the attack speed might be a bit low. So I was thinking, look, we want more ability power to actually, so that the orbs hurt, but we'll fire less of them. And it's like, you know what, if we've got debuffs, like with Cyber Venom, maybe having attack speed's better. So we're just considering our options. We've got, 18 seconds still to play. So liquid nitrogen as well, the double debuffs. It means we can't afford smart orbs. Get some ability power, some ability life steal, because we're only going to be firing damage orbs and we haven't got cross orbal. And then a bit of attack speed as well. So we prime it, prime our heals, and this time we remember to fire the damage orb. So that means we can heal fire the optimal overflow orb first, followed immediately by a damage orb. And it should be a nice double orb stack. With liquid nitrogen as well, the orbs are going to stick to them a lot better. So we actually delayed it there because I was a bit worried about Genji deflect, because if they're going to deflect both of them, that's a little bit problematic. So we're trying to bounce these off the flat wall. Phantasm also coming in huge there, because if we do get pulled like that or somebody does engage on us, they've also got a slowing orb. We've just got 3 different sources of orbs here, which is why this is getting a lot more popular like these days. So we fire another optimal overflow orb. We're trying to just bounce around the corners, putting a lot of pressure on the Brig, who's just constantly taking damage. Again, just pushing forward. If ever anybody pushes us, we Phantasm. Fire orbs off that sign. Similar feature, let's call it, as on the other map, where we can fire them at a slight angle and the orbs will bounce around. Cassidy, we're going to respect them a little bit, so we do take cover. But yeah, we can use that sign there to bounce orbs around the corner, like we're trying to do now whenever we predict the orbs coming up. So we know there's a little bit of time in between healing, that we can, in between the optimal overflow orbs, that we can actually heal our team for. We haven't got fade this time. Got it now though. Again, we're angling them up the ramp using Coalescence now. Move on to the Genji. Genji's too slow. There's the Cassidy though. We can just ignore them for now because they're not really peaked or focused on us. So now we've got the support to the back. Brig again, not really enjoying these liquid nitrogen orbs. Quite a few players on their team really need that mobility, like to make use of their kit. Brig, Genji, Junker Queen. Liquid nitrogen against this comp is brutal. And especially when you've got so many of these, like they're just permanently slowed and debuffed, like with Cyber Venom as well. So we just kind of need to keep our distance. Like we can use cover, and this isn't how I normally play. We're relying on ability lifesteal to kind of heal us up, which also works with the optimal overflow. Using one of those signs again. Didn't quite get the bounce, but we just need to dodge the high noon, fade the Genji. Phantasm orb is there with liquid nitrogen, means he can't chase us, but the Junker Queen comes around the corner, takes us out. We're still convincingly in the lead. But the enemy team is getting some movement now, which is a little bit scary. Junker Queen with another low health ult. This time it didn't pay off. As our team is making some progress, we're trying to fire the orbs down towards where the enemy team sat. But focus here is going to be, let's move ours. And it'll be up to them to come and stop it. So bouncing flat orb off the wall again. Drop a Phantasm Orb, it might hit the Brig, it does hit her a little bit. That Cyber Venom's going to be very handy against her, she does get taken down. So if Genji dashes us, we'll be able to Phantasm Orb. But, oh yeah, we can save that for the Junker Queen instead. In comes the Coalescence, Junker Queen taken down. We take the round. 9,600 damage. We get pretty rich from that. There are so many orbs flying around. And it's only going to get worse for them.
Up next, get ready for chaos in Clash.
So the question at this point, we're probably going to want Smart Orbs or Extendrils, at least to make them stick. And then we've got a decision, do we want more ability power? Do we want both Smart Orbs and Extendrils? In this case, it kind of works out perfectly because we had to sell our ability power, our ability lifesteal item. And this time we can get incredible hit sticks with these orbs now, right? But we've also still got the ability lifesteal. The money just worked out perfectly. So this is going to be absolutely brutal for the enemy team. With this combination, there's going to be so many orbs. Oh, I forgot to mention as well in the last round, we took deconstruction because of the synergy with optimal overflow. So basically, when you heal with deconstruction and use 50 energy, you're going to get a damage amp for yourself. Well, that's going to come out at the same time that we're going to fire the optimal overflow orbs. So basically, all of our orbs are damage amped, like nearly all the time.
The time for preparations is almost up.
So yeah, having tons and tons and tons of ability power is not as essential because, yeah, it's amping. We'd rather the orbs actually stick to the players. So having Extendrils and Smart Orbs is really, really good. Okay, pushing into the mid section. We can go main, but there's that really annoying bit in the middle. So we have to go up top. We've already primed our orb. Double orb towards the enemy team. Oh, you can see the damage on them as well. I think Anna threw a nade over there as well. Brig does get a hit. We go to heal the Genji, but we want to make sure that our orbs are lined up at the time that we get them. Phantasm Orb. Another one. Genji is flanking. It's actually really smart because it's put a lot of pressure on us. Now we're back again as the Genji had to retreat. Ours does get taken down. Phantasm Orb dropped off just to block the Brig. Their whole team struggling to move forward. It's only really the Genji when they've got a dash that can get over here, but that Genji is quite threatening for us. Phantasm Orb and our team is forced out of the point. We've got one isolated player over there. We use our Coalescence, but there's a rally, which means we cannot push forward past this door. Junker Queen throws an act, just misses us. We've got to worry about the Brig a bit, but our Coalescence is coming to an end, so we're not too fussed if we get stunned out of it now. Just would have been kind of bad at the start. Now Xayah being brave. The tank that I was concerned. Oh, Cassidy nearly takes us out, but Genji's putting the pressure on. Where's our Xayah? We've got to make sure we're healing. Junker Queen's low. We put a Phantasm Orb down there as well. Brig takes a pulse bomb. We're antied, but we're behind the point. Brig gets taken out. We've got the Genji slowed as well. Anna's there. We jump up onto the high ground. We nearly got our main orb up. We fire that as well. Anna slept to target, but we're still focused on the point. Always looking for walls, but we've also got to try and get some sort of healing out. Grav doesn't look like anyone's left stuck in there, so it's only the Genji who's retreating out the point. We fire a couple of orbs over there, and it looks like we're going to secure this midpoint. Pretty intense round. Honestly, I thought it would go better with our build. We do get there in the end. Now this section would be a lot better for us because there's a lot of open space. We can stay quite far back and long range fire orbs. Then we can go up close like this, drop off Phantasm, fade back, and we can just repeat the process. We heard the Cassidy's footsteps in the right room. Got a bit of damage out on them, and our Xayah is weak. Goes by couple. We've got to rotate around it. There's a high noon, so we can't put any damage out, so we're pretty much stuck healing. Brig misses the rally. We drop off a Phantasm Orb on them. Got to be wary of our Xayah though, so we fire the damage orb over to the Brig. Xayah looked okay. Genji does go down, goes for us. We fire Phantasm Orb onto them again with Liquid Nitrogen, and Genji just gets completely shut down. And now we're making our way over to the point. Our Genji's now trying to tackle this Junker Queen. Phantasm Orb slowing her down. Should make it easier for the Genji. We pick left. Junker Queen goes right. Does get taken out. And now we're looking over towards the spawn just to see if we can get any slowing orbs there. Brig could be in the right room. We whiff the orb on the wall. But it doesn't matter. Only the Genji's going close. Phantasm's going to sort that out. Our team takes the round 2-2 with 17 eliminations. With 0 deaths in that round and 13k. We got more damage than the rest of our team combined. I think we do. Someone wanted to pause the video at that point. I'm pretty sure we had more damage than our whole team. Ooh, it's close. I'll let you do the maths. I won't spoil that. It's not because I didn't look. Whatever. Right. I mean, the obvious choice here is that we're going to sell our energized bracers. And that's going to mean we've got no life steal. Now, it does mean we've got a choice. Phantasmic Flux gives us the lifesteal. Ooh. So, we lose some sticking power, but 35% ability power on these damage-amped orbs. Now, we do have the ability lifesteal, so we don't have to go... I'm not looking at Void Hoppers, by the way. Cross-orbal or multi-ball. Maybe Destruction's Divide. So, because we've got ability lifesteal, we don't need to have cross-orbal, but cross-orbal would help our team a lot who are kind of suffering from heals. Then again, there's multi-ball. Multi-ball would mean these... It's not about the damage, it's just applying more of the debuffs. So it's like, well, what stage are we on? What map? Maybe on this map, they'll bounce around a lot more, or it's close quarters, or we expect the enemy to be on like a wide flank. And then I remembered it's quick play. So, screw the heal orbs. We are max damage. I'm sorry, Death Angel. I get that you just wanted to try out the skin, and this is possibly the worst hero and build a Junker Queen could ever play against. Ah, thank you. Well, now you're in one. Right. Off we go. Final round. Just didn't want to be... Oh, I'm sorry for that. You kind of are. We fire damage orbs over onto the choke point. And the enemy team's pushing, getting up on there. We see the Genji. Did want to see if we could fire an orb there as a Phantasm. Oh, this is just... Guys, this is mean. Cassidy's over there. We bounce one Optimal Overflow orb over there. That should be enough to shut him down. Actually kills him. Like, these high ability power Optimal Overflow orbs do crazy work. Rig's very low. Genji's on them as well. We hear the Junker Queen. She's now slowed, slept, wrecked, packaged, and sent home. Genji deflects one orb, but look, we've got a million more. So we fire them. We're predicting that they're going to be going up on the high ground here again. Players in the distance, the orbs. How do they move? How do they even move here? Rig hits us with a whip shot, but I mean, it doesn't matter. We just fade back. If they chase, there's a Phantasm Orb in the way. We are providing a little bit of healing. Now, I did hear players over to the left. So we kind of got to be wary that someone could push round. And we realize we're out of range of just our weapon healing. Our weapon healing doesn't do a lot, by the way. Even if we're constantly healing players, it really doesn't do anything because we've not specced into it. Drop off an orb. They can't move. There's no way for them to push forward. They can't do it while they're slow and they take this much damage on entry. It's just completely busted. Fire the orbs. I mean, Genji can deflect one, but look, there's another one. Moira, your build hard counters fun. Completely agree. I'm sorry about that. I'm not sorry, actually. Like, I mean, it hard counters fun even for me, because this isn't much fun. It's only fun if you like winning. More than playing to have fun, if you know what I mean. And that's it. I mean, an entire enemy team couldn't move. We've got 7.8k damage, 42k damage overall. We had, what, a ridiculous number of eliminations. I mean, you can try out the build, guys. I haven't got a build code exactly for this one. But, I mean, it's quite easy. You just, I mean, you pick Optimal Overflow, Phantasm in the early rounds. Get a little bit of AP attack speed, alternative energy, get some debuffs, have your orbs stick, and then max out your AP. That's pretty much it. Anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed it. GG's, and there'll be another one similar in competitive on the other channel soon. Hope you enjoy it.
To be expected.